Hi, my name is Shawn Roop, and this is Ask a Tantrica. Welcome to another segment of Ask a Tantrica. Let's go to Facebook for the next question, which comes from Monique. How does one do Tantra? There's a little bit of a joke in this. Monique is actually a student of mine and has been practicing Tantra for many years. And she always knows this one kind of riles me up a little bit, so she asked. So there's no doing of Tantra. There's only being of Tantra. And the moment that I start to do Tantra is the moment where it no longer has the grace, ease, or elegance of the surrender and the access to awareness. Because at that point, I'm following some doctrine. And by the way, I'm going to preface this and I'm going to completely front load this. This is Shawn's opinion, okay? The whole Ask Tantrica program is based on what this Tantrica sees it as. All right, because there's more than one types of Tantra. So I'm going to post this, and most likely there's going to be a whole bunch of people who are going to be really upset that I said this, and they're going to try to slam dunk me with a whole bunch of reference to scripture and to all kinds of stuff that are out there that basically give reference to the doing of Tantra. I follow the lineage of Mahamudra Tantra. This is founded by the man whose name was Tilopa. He was crazy. He's called a Nafuk Buddha, which means the crazy Buddha. This is from the 15th century. And by the way, all that stuff doesn't mean anything other than the fact that I like that guy's version of Tantra because it really worked for me. That's the gig, okay? So Mahamudra Tantra is a very different approach than some of the other forms of Tantra. So Mahamudra's basis is in surrender. Mahamudra's basis is in returning to the natural state. That means no doing. That means shutting firm the mouth and relaxing and resting into life with awareness, with open hands, open heart, and open eyes. To literally receive something and then have a authentic action that comes forth from you from being inspired by life. The doing of it gets all weird and messy because I got a brain. I have a frontal lobe. I have a conscious mind. And that conscious mind and that frontal lobe and that part of me, that egoic part of me, wants to do it the way I want to do it. And when I'm doing it that way, it gets weird. It gets all wacky. And I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. I'll just say it's just me. Okay? I'm the only one that's weird when I start doing it my way, thinking I know what to do. So what Tantra's helped me to do is to stop doing and be. Which reminds me of a really beautiful story from the man named Osho, a teacher in India. And he lived on the side of the river that was shady in the morning time. Okay? So what he'd do is he'd wake up, swim across the river to the other side of the riverbank where it was sunny. There was a big mango tree there. So he'd wake up, swim across, eat a mango, fall back asleep, play, swim, just sit in the sun and look at his belly button. I don't know, whatever he wanted to do. That's what he would do in the morning. And then he would swim back to do morning chores. And when he would get back, his mother would always ask him, "What did you do this morning?" And he'd say, "Nothing." And she goes, "Well, you must have done something. You left here at 6. It's now 9. What did you do in those last 3 hours?" He'd say, "Nothing." And she'd always get angry. And she says, "You had to have done something." And he said, "No, I didn't do anything." So they're both right, okay? Because what his approach was not to be focused on what he wants to do or what he should do. Instead, he was available to whatever wanted to show up. He never had the plan. And so when she would ask what he was doing, it truly was nothing. He didn't pre-plan it, in other words. It wasn't a doing. He was just being in the morning. Whatever tickled his fancy, that's what he did. Does that make sense there? I hope so. Thanks for asking the question, Monique.